All right, everybody, come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. Happy Friday. We're just doing a little bit of a pre-welcome before I start on Food Talk TV. You all know on Fridays I have that dedicated stream on TikTok. So if you see me looking at this camera, it's because I'm streaming on Food Talk TV. We are going to make some, I don't know what to call them, some stuffed sausage balls. I just thought this up. I had some ingredients on hand that I wanted to give a try to. So who do we have here? Hello, Raina is here. I'm also doing a different stream on Instagram. Good evening to you, my dear. Let me turn the volume down on my device over here. Okay, so we should be good to go. If you like savory flavors, then today is your day. I'm going to go ahead and get my struggle apron on. Oh, let me put my devices on Do Not Disturb. Y'all know how I do. Hopefully everybody had a good week. Hopefully you all are looking forward to the weekend. Hopefully it's going to be a relaxing one for you. So let me get my struggle apron on, and then we will get it started. And see what we can cook up. I'm going to do this stream for a little appetizer snack. And Mr. President came over. I'm going to have to cook some real food for him after, so I'll post that later. Let's make sure this is, it's never straight. All right, we'll do the best that we can. All right, y'all, it's 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So let's go ahead and get started and get myself together. All right, everybody, here we go. TikTok. All right, everybody, come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie on Food Talk TV. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are making, I don't know what we're going to call this. I just thought up a recipe, and we're going to call it stuffed mushrooms, maybe sausage stuffed mushrooms. This is the goal. Have I ever made this before? No. Has that ever stopped me? No. So I had some ingredients on hand, and I just thought about a good like appetizer. If you can have this as a full meal, you can add it to some other maybe pasta or salads or by itself. So I'm your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. So this is going to be a nice low carb, maybe even low sugar recipe, and I'll give you all some tips on how you can make it your own. But come on in, make sure you are tapped in, make sure you're tapping. If you like the content, make sure you're subscribed to Food Talk TV, where there is live cooking content every day of the week. And I'm with you all Fridays at 5 p.m. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to clean off the counter and wash my hands and turn on my struggle air conditioning. So we are going to, it's almost like a one pot meal, but I will pop in the air fryer to melt the cheese. All right. Thank you all so much. We have 2 likes. Let's see if we can get to 2 digits. Let's see if we can get 10 people to tap the screen if you like what I'm doing. And if you like it, then you can also share if you know anybody that's diabetic or pre-diabetic. This could be a good substitute recipe for them. All right. Thank you all so much. So if you are team savory, today is your day. If you like Italian flavors, Italian-inspired flavors, because I'm not authentic Italian, but I do my best. I think it's great comfort food. You could make this with leftovers. You could make this with fresh ingredients. This could be a good appetizer, finger food for parties or football season is coming up. Thank you, Tisha, for the badges. Thank you, Ms. Green, for the badges. I appreciate you all so much. We're already at 266 likes. Thank you all so much for liking the content. Come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie on Food Talk TV. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. All right, so let me clean my hands. And again, you can come up with a name if you'd like to. I'm going to call them stuffed mushrooms, but we're going to have some marinara sauce in the bottom. Then we're going to take the stems out of the mushrooms, and I'm going to saute those down. We're going to cook some sausage balls, and then we're going to top them with cheese and basil. And I just thought, oh, that would be so good, right? So If you've ever had stuffed mushrooms before, you know you make like a cream cheese filling. I thought about that. We've done that. But this one could be really simple. If you have leftover meatballs or you want to make your own meatballs, that could be an option for you. Tisha says, "Where are the boys?" So sweet. You all know I'm a boy mom. Marcus has joined the Marines. He is in boot camp. So he is in another state. So we are anxiously awaiting news from him. His graduation will be in a few months. And then Alex is with dad. So I saw him yesterday. So it's just me. I'm all you got. All right. Thank you, Dolores, for the badges. Yeah, congratulations. This is a huge, huge achievement for him. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get a skillet and we are going to cook our meatballs. I'm going to show you all what I have, the recipe for this meal, as well as all of my recipes and the other Food Talk TV recipes are on foodtalktv.com. So I'll move this down here so everybody can see. And I'm going to get a skillet that's got some raised sides on there. We're going to go ahead and start by browning our sausages. All right. I think this one I have a lid for it. That way we can put, okay, wonderful. So we're gonna brown our sausages. I'm gonna turn this on medium. I'm not gonna put anything in the skillet. I'm gonna use some, what is this, Italian sausage? Italian meatballs. I can't remember if I got these from Aldi or wherever I got them from, but these are Italian style meatballs, so they've got some flavor in them. This is mild. You could do spicy if you wanted to. Oh my gosh, thank you all. We got some new people in the chat. We are at 1,000 likes. Thank you all so much coming in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are making sausage stuffed meatballs. So I'm just going to take these out and I'm going to put them directly into the warm skillet. If you like what we're doing, you can tap the screen. And if you like any savory meals, you know somebody who wants a good low carb option, I think these sausage stuffed meatballs could be a great option. All right, so these have got some spices in there. Of course, you could use, as a hack, you could use the frozen meatballs. The ones that you can get in the freezer, but these are fresh. So this is kind of warm. I've got it on a medium. So I'm just going to take these out. I would just use my hands, but y'all know, like, let's see if we can get these out here with the spoon. You know, when you're home, you just do what you do. So I'm just going to put these down and we're going to leave them. So I want to try and get a sear on each side of the meatballs. So I'm putting them in a dry skillet. I think since it's regular sausage, we'll get enough oil to come out and then we can cook some other things in the oil. So I'm going to go ahead and cook all of these. This package has 12 meatballs. So you all can let me know how many would you eat. Greedy. If you would eat all 12, that could be a meal for you. If you would eat half, that's probably good. But I'm going to see if I can go ahead and cook them all. These flavors would probably warm up really nicely the next day, kind of like spaghetti or pasta. It always comes together nicely. A squirrel says, dump them over. I know, right? Don't worry. As we get towards the end of the recipe, everything will just be flying. But I try. I am not a professional chef. That is going to be painfully obvious. But I do like to give you all a little bit of elegant cooking if I can. And I know everybody is at different levels of cooking. And this might be too many, but I'm going to go ahead and dump all of them. And then I'm going to leave them here until we get some nice color on these. All right. So in order to get a nice sear with any meat, whether it's like these sausages or meatballs or a burger patty or a steak or a chicken breast, you want to allow it to kind of get a nice little crust on it before you move it around. All right, so I'm going to try and do all 4 sides. Then I'll probably put the top on it so it can kind of cook a little bit through. All right, so again, this was 12 pack, or you can do 4. You can do whatever you like. Again, this is the goal. Hello, Miss Cleo. This is the goal. So We're gonna try and make these sausage stuffed meatballs. You could serve them over pasta. You could put some toothpicks in them and have them as an appetizer, whatever works. All right. So while these are browning, I'm going to go ahead and start prepping the mushrooms. Now I am using just regular Italian sausage meatballs, so I think there's going to be enough oil here. But if you're doing a leaner protein, I'm smelling it a little bit, so I'm going to turn it down just a bit, and then we'll turn them over. If you were doing like a turkey meatball or a chicken meatball, like a leaner meat, maybe you want to put some oil down in there. CIA says you can do 6 of them. Yeah, we've got 12 so far. Ooh, they're already getting some color. I moved one by accident, so let's go ahead and turn these over. And I'm just going to grab some tongs. All right, see if we can turn them over. We got a nice little crust going on, so I think that looks good. Let's get the other side. Oop. Okay, this. And the reason you want to, okay, I don't know the real reason, but the reason I want to get a nice little crust on there is I like that flavor. I like that texture. I like a little bit of browning. Now you could omit this step. All right, these tongs are a little testy. You could omit this step if you have the frozen pre-cooked meatballs. That's an option. But I do like a little bit of crust that you get when you give it a nice little sear. Okay. So I just turned it down from 5 to 4, so medium, medium, low. So we'll give these a couple more minutes. We got Mustard Queen in the house. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the roses, culinary legend. Ah, Tisha says it helps bring out the flavors of the meat. And please let me know if I am pronouncing your name correctly. All right. So I have some baby Bella mushrooms. Now, these are 12. We're going to open this up and see how many mushrooms we have in here, maybe 6. So you could use, I think, any mushroom that has a cap that's big enough to kind of put a big old meatball in here. Again, this is what I dreamed up. We'll call them sausage stuffed mushrooms. But we're going to clean up these mushrooms. Let me turn these over one more time. See if we can get a little browning on all 4 sides. Yeah. So we're going to partially cook them brown. So again, these were raw, but you could skip this step and do the frozen, already cooked mushrooms. I mean, sausages, meatballs. But I think this looks good. What do y'all think? I think that looks pretty good, right? So we're going to try and get a little bit of color on each side. And I didn't put any oil in the pan. I think the recipe says you could put some olive oil. Do whatever works for you. Since this is a pork sausage, I'm okay with this. All right, so while these are kind of browning, I'm going to turn it down one more click again. Just want to make sure I've turned all of them. Okay. And then we're going to get to a point where we're just going to jiggle it in the pan. So let's go ahead and give these a rinse off. This is probably half as many mushrooms as we need. But if we can make a plate of 4 or 6, then I'm fine with it. All right, so while these are browning, let me get a little colander. Some people say you don't rinse mushrooms, you just wipe them dry. Do whatever works for you. I am not the food police. We got Fran Diego in the house. Thank you all so much. We're at 2,200 likes. Let's see if we can get to 2,500. And you can like the live stream by tapping the screen. All right, so we have 12 meatballs. Let's see how many mushrooms we have. And again, you want to try and get big enough mushrooms so that our meatball can fit. 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have 7. So good. We're going to try and do like this right here. Thank you so much for the roses. You love the sound of the searing? Okay. Let me move them around for you. Give you a little close up. You can barely hear. Oh, it's too. All right, let's see if we can. I'll put the lid on it so that maybe you can hear a little bit better. So we got a little bit of browning. Now I'm going to put the lid on there so they can kind of cook a little bit. Maybe not all the way through, but we want to get them cooked, especially since this is pork. Hello, Trini. Thank you so much for being here. So I have some baby Bella mushrooms that I'm going to rinse off, and then I'm just going to wipe these with a paper towel. Some people say just wipe them with a damp paper towel, but we're going to wash. Maybe you are team wash, maybe your team don't wash, whatever works for you. All right, so I'm going to turn this down. I'll just keep jiggling them. They're jiggling, baby. And let's get a cutting board and let's see if we can pop the stems out of our mushrooms and wipe them down. So I have baby Bellas, again, whatever mushroom that you like, whatever mushroom that you have. And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, whatever veggies, you could do these in peppers. All right, so coming together, just letting them cook. All right, let me get another paper towel. So we're just gonna get a damp paper towel. We're gonna wipe our mushrooms, and I'm gonna see if I can, these don't really have like a stem that's big. Let's see if I can get it out without destroying the mushroom. I may have to cut. Thank you, Fighting. I appreciate it. We're at 2,500 likes. All right. Let's see if we can get to 3,000. If you like Italian inspired cuisine, if you like mushrooms, if you like pasta sauce, pizza sauce, marinara sauce, today is your day. So I'm just letting these cook. I'm on medium low now that we got them kind of brown. And if you don't like the little crust on there, you don't have to let them sear. But I like a little bit of texture, team texture. Thank you, Tisha, for the badges. I appreciate you. All right, let me get another paper towel. So come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie on Food Talk TV. Make sure you are subscribed to Food Talk TV. It is the longest running live cooking show on TikTok. And we have different cooking content creators every day of the week, multiple times a day. So whether you're a grill master or a baker, ooh, these are coming up nicely. Y'all see those? Aye! I'm excited, but I'm gonna let them keep going on medium low just because I want them to kind of cook through. And when I pop them in the air fryer, it's just going to be to melt the cheese. All right. And then we'll do a quick temperature check. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. We're at 4,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 4,500. So if you're just coming in, today we are making, we'll just call them sausage stuffed mushrooms, unless you can come up with a name. We have 12 Italian sausage mushrooms here that are cooking on a medium low. I'll bring this back down so you all can see. We gave them a little sear. I didn't season them because these already have seasoning. If you're using just regular ground beef or you make them yourselves, you could put your sage, your thyme, your oregano. So I'm just going to let these continue to cook. And I seared them with the lid off, but now I have the lid on so that he can kind of penetrate through. So we have our portobello mushrooms, our baby bellas, and I'm going to see if I can pop out the stem. Now this one isn't really big, but that's what I'm hoping to do. And you know, this would be nice, just like we did the zucchini. You could chop this up and maybe we'll saute this with the sauce so we have like a nice mushroom sauce. We're not going to waste. All right. So for the ones that we can, we're going to pop the center. Oh, I didn't get this one all the way out, but it's okay if it sits up in there. Some of them it's kind of flush. So let's see what we can do. All right. So I'm just taking the stems out. The bigger the mushroom, the better. Ideally, it would be the type of mushroom that could hold your meatball perfectly, but veggies aren't perfect. Cooking isn't perfect. I think this would be a great recipe to do with the kiddos. They could get their little fingers in here and help take the stems out. All right. Fighting Slew is at the door. Come on over. I'll cook for you. I'll cook for anybody. That's one thing I miss about the boys. If y'all been with me for a while, you know that I'm always cooking for the family. When Marcus was working out with the Marines, I would cook and then take the food to his recruiting station. And when I tell you we would come back with bare scraped plates, we absolutely would. All right, so not perfect, but this one, I'm just going to get the paring knife and I'm going to see if I can take that little stem out. And then we'll temperature check our mushrooms and see how they're looking. And then I'll take them out and put them on a tray because I want to saute the mushrooms in here to soften them just a little bit. So I'm just going to get a paring knife and I'm just going to go around here to see if I can pop out this stem. All right. So come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. And we are making something that I dreamt up. I got some mushrooms in the giveaway box and I was like, you know what? If you like a good spaghetti and meatball, you can use them for meatballs. But I was trying to think of like a good like finger food or low carb appetizer. Let me try a spoon to get that out. And that's the last one. All right. Y'all, these smell good. We may have to try one for research purposes, all right? Marie says, glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, sweetheart. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Food Talk TV and Foodie Fridays with Maggie. So this last one's got a little stem that's flush. So I'm just gonna kind of go in there with the spoon. There we go. Okay. So what we're gonna do now, we got one that's kind of carved out. So we have six and a half, 7 of these. All right. So now I want to temperature check our meatballs. I don't know what temperature pork is done, so we'll ask the robot. Alexa, what is the temperature for ground pork? And then we'll see if it's done. All right, 165, so just like your chicken. All right, so let's see how these are coming along. And again, whatever meatball that you have, chicken, turkey, let's see, let's go in this one right here. 140. I think I'm okay with the partial cook because I'm going to put these in the air fryer to melt the cheese. This one's going up to 160. Okay, I think we're good, y'all. And let's see if we can find one that's a little deformed so we can test it. We can taste it for research purposes, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to switch. So you can see that these are pretty much cooked. I'll be the sacrificial lamb and try one for you, okay? All right, so let's see if we can get one that's small and take a bite. Because I'm testing for flavor. Whoa. I want to get one that's 160 to taste. Oh, that's on Celsius. Hold up. We're already messing up. Okay, Fahrenheit. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. This is Food Talk TV, and we are making sausage stuffed mushrooms. All right, that one looks pretty good. We're gonna go with that one. So we just cooked these in the skillet. I think they look really good. So I'm going to move it over here and just kind of cut into it. Make sure we don't have any ink. We have a little bit. So I'm just going to put it down on the cut side, but I'm going to take the rest out. I'm good with the partial cook. So I'm going to put these on an air fryer tray. Just to kind of get them out of the way because I want to put these mushrooms in here so they can soften up a little bit. And we'll season the mushrooms too. All right. So I'm just going to take these out. And again, you can skip this step. Use the frozen frozen meatballs. Do what works for you. So we've gone down from 12 to 11. All right. So this is what we have so far. I'm just going to put these in the air fryer to sit tight, out of the way. The air fryer is off. All right. Let's see how this is looking. Yeah, I think we're good. And my mom taught me to taste as you go. Don't serve, if it's not raw, don't serve anybody anything that you haven't tasted. So, I want to see how these meatballs are holding up on their own. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and put the mushrooms directly in here. And I'll just put them open side down just to kind of steam, soften a little bit. And then I'll put some seasoning in there. And I'm going to turn this back up to like a medium. All right. So I do want to give this a taste. All right. Let's see. So good. Y'all. Okay. Meatballs are perfection. They would make a simple meal so good. So you can see we had some oil come out of the meatballs. So I'm just gonna put some seasoning in here. I've got some vegetable seasoning, and we'll do some like Italian seasoning if I have it, some basil, some oregano, and we'll get these mushrooms sauteed a little bit in that sausage oil. All right. So I have some Greek oregano, and you could probably put a little bit of water in here to steam them. We'll see how they come out. I'm just winging this, y'all. Making it up as I go. Giving you a little bit of inspiration. I know, not the foot stop. Thank you all so much. We're at 6,700 likes. Let's see if we can get to 7,000. If you like it, you can tap the screen. And we have some struggle basil. I have some better basil, but oh yeah, whew, that's too high. I'm gonna put a splash of water. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do some olive oil. Yeah, I'm gonna do some olive oil so they can kind of soften and saute a little bit. Those meatballs were leaner than I thought. Ideally, you would heat your olive oil first, but we are making this up as we go. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. We're at 7,500 likes. Thank you all. So let's do some basil. Whatever seasonings that you like, salt and pepper, that's good. Garlic powder, onion powder. To me, the best food is when all of the ingredients on their own taste good. That's why I taste as I go. That way, when you assemble them together, it comes together amazingly. I do have a little bit of spaghetti seasoning. Excuse me, we'll do that, and then we'll let these saute down. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add the mushroom bits in there. I'm just gonna chop those down a little bit and add it all together. We're gonna put our meatballs in the mushroom caps, and then we'll have the chopped up mushrooms in the sauce. Y'all, I got a new gadget. If you want to see my new chopping gadget, it's new to me. Put the knife emoji in the chat. That could look a little dangerous. If you just want to stick to the cooking, we'll stick to the cooking, but I'll show y'all what I've been using to chop easy. If you want to see it, let me go get the spaghetti seasoning, and then we'll give these mushrooms a taste. All right, so I have some spaghetti and pasta seasoning. Fran wants to see it. Okay, so let me just put a little bit of this in here. Whatever flavors work for you, that's fine. So I'm gonna talk. Oh, it smells so good. So we're just gonna let these kind of soften and cook. I'll go back up to medium. All right. We got this little meatball over here insulting me. So good. And it's got the little crispy bits, the little crusty ends. Okay. So let's let our mushroom caps kind of soften up. Turn them over. I'll show you what we have so far. So these are the mushrooms. Thank you so much for the badges, everybody. We're at 10,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 11,000. So I'm going to keep this on like a medium low. And I'll just move this out of the way. So usually what I would do is we get the chef's knife out. And we would go in and we would just do a nice little dice on these. Nothing wrong with that. We've done it forever. Well, I was on the internet and I came across something that I have fallen in love with. Y'all, I don't even know what this is called, but there's this Amish girl that has a cooking channel. And I saw she was chopping onions with this device. And you know, they don't really use like electric gadgets. So I went down the rabbit hole to find out what she was using, and it is this pull wheel. Notice the blade here when you pull it. So you can put vegetables in here or eggs or whatever you want. Let me just keep the mushrooms going. And I'll turn it down. Let those saute. Oh my goodness, they're looking good. And notice how some of the liquid is coming out of the mushrooms. Oh, I can't wait to taste one. So yeah, I don't know the mechanics of this thing, but it's a little bowl and it's got a blade here and it just does its thing. So I'm gonna take our mushroom stems in here, but this has been helping me a lot. Y'all know with the herbs and different things that I waste. And then all you do is you put this top on here. I forget what it's called. I think I got it on Walmart. None of this is sponsored. I'm just showing y'all, or Amazon. And then you can even like pour liquids in here, but I'm just gonna put it down, your hand on here, and then you pull. So a little bit chops it, like a little bit. Look at that. Or if you want it really fine, keep going. This has been a godsend for me, I'm telling y'all, because I buy produce and then you know your onions or your peppers, no power needed. This would be great for the kids. I have been loving it. Look, and it comes in different sizes. I got the small, I got the big. Don't get me started. Okay, so let's move the blade out of the way. So I just thought I'd share that with you all because, you know, some people like to cook, but the prep part, you know, is a struggle. Look at these mushrooms. Look at these mushrooms. Okay, so I am going to toss these mushroom pieces in here. Thank you so much, Fran, for being here. We're at 12,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 12,500. Tap the screen if you like what we're doing. Now, I'm not going to taste one of these because I need these for our mushrooms. For our meatballs. So I'm just going to add. I probably should have taken out. Let's go ahead and do that. I think they look good. This one. See, that's the problem when you're not cooking too many. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Let's go with the smallest one. We'll taste the smallest one since it probably wouldn't hold a meatball anyway. Thank you all so much for the badges. All right. So I'm just going to move this over here and then we'll take these out. We're going to start assembling, Avengers Assemble, and let the other ones kind of saute down. But I just wanted to give the mushrooms a little bit of love. Y'all, this thing has been great. I'm telling you. I don't even know what it's called, but it's great. Okay, so let's get in here and taste this little mushroom. It's hot. Let me give it a little cut. So we have nice little flavor in the mushroom and then the meatball. Wait till we get the sauce and the cheese and the basil. I'm so excited. Okay, focus, Maggie. So again, if you're just coming in, thank you for the heart, Sandy. I dreamed this up. I don't know what this is, but I was like, what if instead of stuffed mushrooms with like a cream cheese sauce, you did a meatball, right? For extra protein. So let's go in here. Got this beautiful mushroom that is a sacrifice so we can see how our mushrooms are coming along. I'm gonna do oh my God, y'all, I could eat this. It is so good. And it's just dripping and juicy. Perfect. Maybe a little salt, but our meatballs are already salty. Okay, so I probably should have taken these out. Let me just turn these over. And what we're gonna do now is go back. Look at the ones in the middle are already coming along. In the same pan with the meatball juices and the mushroom juices. Okay, so here now, I'm gonna start assembling Avengers Assemble. So we had 12 meatballs. We had to sacrifice one to taste, so now we're down to 11. I think we had 7 mushrooms. We had to sacrifice one for taste. So let's see, let me get another tray. And I'm using, y'all can get these at the dollar store. These air fryer liners, just excited Ash. It's like parchment paper, all right? So I'm just gonna get another one here. Now we're going to assemble the ones that we're actually gonna plate and present so our mushroom stems can kind of have some love on their own. So I'm gonna take these big, beautiful mushrooms. Y'all, look at this. I know, oh my word. I'm gonna get the juices out. Vegetables are so, I'm telling you, manual, that's what it is, manual food chopper. Thank you, user. Okay, so I'm gonna salt this just a little bit and maybe do a little bit of garlic powder and just let this kind of cook. Then we're gonna put the marinara sauce in here. It's gonna be good. All right, so a little salt, a little garlic powder. Again, whatever seasonings that you like, whatever you have. Don't go out there buying all kind of stuff. Use what you have at home, okay? So just salt and garlic powder, all right? So let me get this incorporated. I don't know about y'all, but like I dream up recipes. Like I think about stuff, I'm like, ooh, what if, and y'all, this is a Chat GPT image. I literally went to Chat GPT and said, create an image of mushroom caps stuffed with meatballs, topped with basil in a marinara sauce. And that's what came up. We are unstoppable. Okay, so we're just letting this do its thing. You could add whatever veggies you like, but that's just the stems from the mushroom caps, all right? I'm just gonna taste this and let it do its thing. So come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. Oh my goodness. I am not a vegetable-tarian, but you know how vegetarians use meat as a substitute? Cannot relate, but this almost, Eric wants to dress, thank you. Also Amazon. This almost has like a little bit of ground beef texture. You know how you season ground beef and it's got like the little crumbles? All right, so we got this. Now, it's time to assemble. I'm gonna let this do its thing on like medium low. Y'all look at the juice that is coming out of these mushrooms. Oh, mama. All right, so I'm debating, should I just put the, look at the steam. Oh my gosh. Should I just put the meatball in here, or, y'all know me, why be regular when you can be extra? I have some pizza sauce. So should I put like a little dollop of pizza sauce? If I should put pizza sauce in here, do the pizza emoji. But I was thinking put a little sauce in there so when you bite down, you get like all the different layers combined. Brutus says no and Karen says yes. Okay, I'll split the difference. We'll do half. So I'm just gonna get a spoon and we're gonna put a little dollop, not in all of them, okay? So the big ones, since we're greedy, we're just gonna go in. I'm making this up, y'all. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of pizza sauce in there. Probably should have warmed it. Bud says Yum. Rachel says no. Joe says no. Manic says yes. Okay, I'm doing half, y'all. Okay, let's do there. So 3 with marinara or pizza sauce and 3 without. All right, so everybody gets what they want. This could be another great meal for the kiddos or activity for them to help because why? Oh, because they can customize it how they want it. Deb wants the pizza sauce. Okay. That's so good. I like food way too much. Okay, focus, Maggie. Now, we got our substitute ground beef crumbles. Don't waste this. This is extra mushroom bits in the mushroom juices and the sausage gravy. You know what I mean. Okay, now, again, this is what I dreamed up. So we need to get this sauce going. I'm just going to put a jar sauce on there. I got so many. This one is Bertolli, but it's portobello mushroom. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and use this mushroom pasta sauce. And I'm just going to pour and stir and just let it warm. We might need more than that. I don't know. We'll see. I want to jump in this pan and eat my way out. Oh, so happy. It's the little things. You could add, we'll taste it. We'll give it a taste in just a minute. Let's let it warm up. We'll add some basil. We'll add some other stuff in there, but just enough because this is going to be on the bottom of the dish. All right. Ooh, 13 had green beans and lentils today. So if you're team vegetarian, omit the meatball. All right. So now let's assemble over here. We have our mushrooms and still trying to be too fancy for y'all. Let's go in with the meatball. Oh my word. Ooh, I'm so happy. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's the little things. Look at that. Look at that. We haven't even gotten started yet. Look at that. I literally dreamt this and it's coming to life. Okay, those are our 3 with pasta sauce. Now we're gonna do the other 3 without pasta sauce. We got extra meatballs. All right, those of you all that are, we got team saucy and team dry. I don't know. All right, so we're putting our mostly cooked, I think they were cooked, or par cooked meatballs here. All right, so now, this is what we have. Who wants an extra meatball? We got meatballs left over. All right. So this is what we have. So now I'm going to put some cheese on here. Oops. Don't move. And then we're going to pop them in the air fryer to melt the cheese. Let's see how our sauce is coming along. Y'all, we're almost done. Ooh, that didn't take long at all. So we're going to give this a taste and see if it needs anything. Give it a nice little stir, and it's got the mushroom bits, our fake meat. If you know, you know. All right, come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are at 15,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 15.5. So this is just your favorite jar sauce, and I have some extra portobello mushroom pieces in here. So let's let it cool down a little bit, and then we're going to give this a taste, see if it needs anything. If not, we'll just let it be on low. Mamma mia! It's so good. I hope that's enough. Okay, so our sauce is done. I'll take that off so hopefully you all can hear. Now, next thing is the cheese, please. And these are just going to go in the air fryer to melt the cheese. Now, if you can have mozzarella, have some for me. That would give you a nice, beautiful, crispy cheese pull. But I'm your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. So I'm going to use goat's cheese. Now, look, when I say dairy-free, I have to avoid cow dairy. All right, so this is like the deli slices. It's got the paper. I took it out of the fridge so it's a little bit soft so I could work with it, because right out of the fridge it's brittle. All right, so I'm just gonna fold it in half and then fold it in half again. You know, like if you were making a little Ritz sandwich. And let me see, where's the knife? Or I'll just use the scissors to cut it. Something about the proteins in cow dairy I can't tolerate well. I love it. It just doesn't love me back. When I eat cow dairy, I get very congested and mucusy, like I have a cold, even though I'm not sick. So I can have goat's milk products, sheep's milk products, vegan cheese, but we need something that'll actually melt. So that's why I'm using goat's milk cheese. All right. I got 2 extra pieces. Maybe we'll just the meatballs that aren't in vegetable cups. So for our carnivores, we'll just take some extra sauces. Oh, thank you, Ken. We'll take some extra sausages, and I'm just gonna put one here. And then y'all, these look so good. You know you want it. You know you want that. Oh yeah. And then we'll put that right here. So I'm gonna put this in the air fryer, and we're gonna let it melt down. Let me just clean my hands to show y'all what we have. But if you have mozzarella, if you have provolone, I would just use a real cheese. I wouldn't use like the Kraft cheese because, again, I'm not the food police, but this is what I have. And I'm going to put this in the air fryer, or you could do the oven. But we've cooked our meatballs and we've cooked our mushrooms. And then we have 2 on the end with no mushrooms. All right. So Team Carnivore, I guess that's for you. So this is not even preheated. Y'all, I dreamt this up. And I'm gonna put it on the pizza seasoning, which is 360. But my mom taught me to cook with my senses. She said, Maggie, don't just set it and forget it, okay? Look at your food. If it's starting to turn the color that's a little darker, go ahead and take it off the stove. Listen for that sizzle, you know, or the popcorn popping. These came from Whole Foods, so these are goat's cheese slices, but do whatever works for you. Taste your food as you go. Smell it, right? Catch it before it burns, all right? So our sauce is good. We have 3 meatballs left. I know you want some. Thank you, Dawn. We're at 15,800 likes. Thank you all so much. Let's see if we can get to 16,000. I'm just going to keep stirring our pasta, even though the what is this? The stovetop is off. Just want to keep it moving. And we're going to get a plate or a bowl. Is this enough? I don't know. We'll see. But you can make as much or as little as you would like. And then we're going to top it with some basil once our cheese melts down. All right. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Grandma, for sharing the live. If you all like this recipe, the recipe and all of the other recipes on Food Talk TV are on foodtalktv.com. And then also you can tap the screen if you like, and it'll suggest to other people. All right. So I don't have the full basil leaves. These are AI generated basil leaves. So we have this chopped basil that we're going to use, which will be a nice little garnish, and we'll plate it up and then we'll take a nice little bite. So yeah, that's what we're making today. I'm so excited. So we're just about done. I'll move this behind me so we can start getting everything ready to plate. All right. Ooh, our cheese is melting. Our cheese is melting. So excited. I am so excited. But yeah, you all, look, don't hurt yourself to come up with recipes. Use the robots. If you have ingredients on hand, you know, describe it in there and ask for a recipe that you can make with the ingredients that you have on hand. That's what I did. All right. So let me put away my chopper while those are melting down. Again, this is the big one. And I love it. If you're teaching kids how to cook or prep, you can just like rough chop it, big pieces, and it's great. It also has a little paddle, and again, none of this is sponsored. I'm just sharing with you all. So if you wanted to make like an omelet, you all want to know how mom's doing. She's doing well. You all know I'm the daughter of a retired home economics teacher. Nana is well. We're planning to go to Ghana for the holidays. So helping them get all the travel stuff planned. So thank you for asking. All right, let's do, they look beautiful. All right, one more minute. So this is what I think I'm gonna do. I got two. We have a bowl. I know that technology is amazing. What should we do? How can I plate this nicely for you all? Uh-oh. If you're doing like a Super Bowl or a party, then you could have a nice little like platter like this. I'm gonna try and recreate this. I think I might need a little bit more sauce, but just giving you all some options. You can do it in a bowl, and that could be your meal. If you want like a noodle substitute, you could do the zoodles or anything like that. If you're gonna put this out as a nice little finger food or appetizer, something like this would be nice. We eat with our eyes first, okay? So Mr. President won't eat on anything disposable. So have a nice plate. All you need is one. All right? One more minute. One more minute, Dougie Fresh, you're on. So probably would have been nice if I had like warmed this, but I didn't. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to put our sauce at the bottom. And this bowl might be a little bit big, but let's see what we can do. All right. If you have like a lot of spaghetti sauce left over, oh my gosh, y'all, this is gonna be this is so janky, but that's okay. I'm gonna spread it kind of thin. I didn't really do a lot, but just enough. It's gonna be like those fancy restaurants where they give you this huge plate. Y'all see me scraping, and then the food is like 2 bites in the middle. But all right, so we have our sauce here, and I'm gonna kind of, sorry that's loud. I'm gonna kind of spread it out so we can get 6 of our mushrooms in there. And then I'm gonna do a little garnish of the basil and go on the side too, so it looks kind of nice. All right, clean as we go. I think we're good. Wait till y'all see our meatballs. Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, what I'm using, I think this came from Publix. If you want to screenshot it, it's Gourmet Garden. All right, and so they have parsley. This one is basil, all kinds of different. Let me take it out. You all tell me if this looks good. Aye! All right. What do we think? This is with my goat's cheese on there. Do we want a little bit more brown, or this is good? You all can tell me. This is the goal. This is what we have. Should I go like 5 more minutes? Yes, the recipe's on Food Talk TV. Looks delicious. Okay, Joe says it's good. Okay. Oh, don't tip over. Okay. All right. Let me move our. Uh-oh, a little avalanche. Okay. Y'all, we're getting a little cheese pull by accident. All right. So now I'm going to put a little basil on here. Oh, let's turn this off. Just for a little extra. And okay. So this could be, I gotta watch this here. This could be oregano, this could be parsley, and I'm gonna go kind of on the sides too, so we have a little bit going on. All right. So we have our basil on there. Whatever you have inside your food, God, this apron, whatever you have inside your food as ingredients, save some of that as a garnish, okay? So we have carefully our mushrooms and our goat's cheese. All right, so I'm just gonna plate it down. Y'all, I'm opening a restaurant. I am not. But tell me, you would not I am surprised myself. And we hadn't even done the final garnish. Y'all look at this. Hot. Okay. Oh, I forgot which ones have the marinara. Okay. So we're just plating that in there. I forgot which one has the marinara, y'all. Hot. Okay, should I stop here? I got 2 more. I'm greedy. I want to put them all. All right, let me show you what we have. All right. So this was my AI generated dream. And then we have this, and then I'm going to garnish with more basil. But I have, okay, this is kind of hot. I have some more. Should I put more? The ones without? Would I crowd the pan? 4 looks good. Do an uneven amount. Okay, the feng shui people are having a moment. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Just 4? Okay. We're gonna go ahead and garnish this and take a picture. And then we're gonna do the others because I'm greedy. All right, let's put a little bit of parsley. Well, not parsley. I'm doing basil. If you have parsley, use parsley. All right. Does that look good? I think it looks good. What do y'all think? I'm so excited. We got kitchen snacks. I got extra naked mushrooms, and I got extra sexy, extra naked meatballs and sexy meatballs. Okay, let's take a picture. So I think we did it. This was my AI generated dream, and this is what we made. Y'all like it? Always an uneven amount. Tell me you have OCD without telling me you have OCD. It's okay. I got you. Let me take a picture of this. We're going to get in here and take a bite. Oh, so happy. Oh, mama mia. Mama mia. I made meatballs. I'm going to taste it. Okay, focus, Maggie. Sorry. Okay. Let's get a nice, If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. Don't be afraid to get up close to your food so you can see all that goodness. All right, and let's do a quick video. And then for those of y'all that are having a conniption about the even amount, we'll add another one. So we have some pasta sauce cooked with some chopped up portobello mushrooms and a little bit of olive oil topped with basil. And we have the mushroom caps with Italian sausage, melted goat's cheese, and more basil. All right, y'all. I think we did it. All right. So here, for my carnivores, no, it already looks... See, I've already messed it up, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and put them all in here because we're greedy. You know you want some. You know you want it. All right. There you go. There's your low carb meal. Now, you know what time it is. Oh, yeah, we're going to taste it. Oh, yeah. Team greedy. Just one more. I know. Add another one. Looks good. Okay. Now, how to eat this? I think I'm gonna spoon because we gotta get everything. We gotta get the meat, the cheese. Let me get a towel ready. I already know. It's gonna be so good. Okay. All right. Let's get a spoon. Now, if this were an appetizer at Maggie's restaurant, then of course, if this were a shared plate, then what you would do is you would serve, can you be my auntie? Of course, Ike. What you would do is you don't eat off the shared plate, right? I teach etiquette classes too. You would take some onto your plate and then enjoy. Now this looks like bigger than one bite, but I'm gonna go in with the small one. I don't remember if this has marinara or not. So we're just gonna go in. Okay, hold on. Y'all, that is so good. Okay, I took a massive bite. The sausage has so much flavor on its own. Honestly, the cheese for me, I'm not really tasting a lot of cheese, but the sauce and the mush, it starts with the meatball. And then as it starts to like dissolve, then you get like the fleshiness of the portobello mushroom. Y'all, all right. Let's do another one. Let me see if I can take a bite. I probably should do a cross section. All right. So I don't look too greedy. Y'all, this is good. What would y'all call this? I'm just calling them sausage stuffed mushrooms. Oh, I didn't put any basil on this. I probably put a little bit of sauce on top. Did y'all see that? It exploded. We got marinara. Oh, yeah. Okay. Then we're going to... This is probably a more elegant bite. Mm. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'm telling you. While everybody else is having spaghetti, you can make this with what you have on hand. Oh, it is time for us to... Now my hands are sausagey. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much. Let's go ahead and wrap up what we made today. These are our sausage stuffed meatballs with basil and goat's cheese in portobello mushroom pasta sauce. We need a name for it. Mm, 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 mm. All right. That's what I got for you today. 6 o'clock on the dot. Y'all can make this. Get the kids in the kitchen with you. I think you'll love it. All right. Nice and filling, low carb, sugar-free, added sugar. Watch your pasta sauces. A lot of times they have added sugar. This one has 1 gram added sugar. I try to stay under 6. This one has 7. All right. So use whatever you have. It is so good. You need the recipe. Go to foodtalktv.com. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. You can find me on all platforms. My website is teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. If you want to travel with me, we've got some travel coming up. If you want to take courses or any of that stuff, you all know where to find me. All right. I will be back with you all next week, Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. Thank you all so much. We're at 17,000 likes. Let's see if we can close out with 18,000. If you would tap the screen on your way out. And I will see you all back next week with something else good. Thank you for sharing it. If you know anybody, again, diabetic or pre-diabetic, I think they would love that. I really do. All right. 17.9, we got 18,000. Thanks, everybody. All right. I'm coming over here, y'all. Let me take another bite. When I tell you this is good, jeez, I want to sit down and hurt myself. Yeah, y'all, this is delicious. See that? And the cheese hanging off. And this would warm up so well the next day. It's actually nice to kind of eat it like this, spoon a little bit of marinara on top. Mm. All right, let me check the comments. See what y'all have for me. Then I'm going to let you go. Mr. President is here, and now I got to cook real food for him. I'm going to fry some fish for him. But I'll post what I'm making later. Y'all know on Fridays I do the TikTok stream. Okay. Let's see what y'all are saying. Oh, thank you so much. We got Aaron Laura in the house. Thank you, moderators, for letting everybody know. On Fridays, I'm supposed to be exclusive on TikTok, so that's why you all feel like I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. All right. I just got here. Oh, you're here for the mushrooms? Absolutely. Thank you, Jessica. Duran is Team Greedy. Yeah. It doesn't look as good now, but literally, I described this in ChatGPT, and that's what it gave me. Duran says more brown on the cheese for the photo. I was thinking the same thing too. Okay, I'll put it. Let me see. Will this fit in the air fryer? I was thinking that too. You could probably move it up to the broiler. All right. We'll give that a couple minutes, see if it can get a little brown. Y'all, me in this apron. Oh. Okay. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Equation with the $5. I appreciate you. She says, are you on LTK? I'd like to know you could share your gadgets, cookware, and travel. I'm not on LTK. I have seen other people's LTKs, but to be very honest with you all, I am trying to contract and not expand. Every time I turn around, there is a new website. I stopped at Snapchat. Now that the boys are getting older and moving on, I'm looking forward to enjoying the second half with Mr. President. So I won't be taking on more. I'll keep cooking and doing stuff like this, but no, for the gadgets, this is on Amazon. I think someone found it. If one of the moderators could drop the link in the chat, manual food chopper on Amazon. None of this is sponsored. I should, put it on my cheat sheet, but I love this because it's got the blades and then you pull the string and it chops. This would be, great for kids, all kind of stuff. But no LTK, nothing new. Maggie is coming down the mountain. All right. But thank you, sweetheart. Let's see if somebody finds that link for you. I'm checking the comments. Aaron Laura says, thank you, Maggie, from the Carnivore Committee. Yeah, absolutely. Carnivores, you probably wouldn't do the pizza sauce, but if you can have spices, I don't know, maybe you could do like a spaghetti seasoning and put that in with your meatballs or dust that on top so you don't have to worry about the vegetables. But yeah, that's what I love doing, coming up with recipes and finding ways that everybody can enjoy it, right? Let's see how these are browning. Still coming along. I think the mozzarella would give you like a nice, like crispier brown. The goat's cheese, it's just a little bit different, but flavor, you're not missing it, I promise you. But I'm working on it for you, Duran. Lily says it looks good. Oh no, was it glitching? Yeeks, sorry y'all. Yeah, 15,000 on TikTok. Yeah, they got a big channel. Let me know if it's steady for you all now. Sorry about that. Let me see, did I have it on the right internet? Yeah. All right. So let's see if there's any announcements, and I'm going to let y'all go because I got to cook for Mr. President. Shout out to Instagram. Thank you all so much for being here. I know you're watching. I just can't see your comments. I try to do the side by side so you all can see everything. Again, go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. What is coming up? We've got the Maggie Meetup Cruise in November. That's going to be on Royal Caribbean. You can get details at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. We're looking forward to Cabana Life. If you want to come to Ghana with me, if you want to see the motherland, go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. We're taking a group in December to Ghana to see my homeland, and Nana and Papa will be there too. What else is going on? I've got some travel coming up, but if y'all are here for the cooking content, then my next cooking stream will be Monday. Today's Friday, right? Monday on Aisha's. If you're here for relationship content, my next relationship stream will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern with Lucy. All right. So let's see if there's anything else. Oh, it won't fit. Okay. Thank you, Erin Laura. But yeah, if y'all want that, and like I said, it comes in 2 different sizes, I'm loving it. When I buy my groceries, y'all have seen my struggle herbs. I take the parsley or the cilantro. Let me show you. You know, green onions, all of the things that I struggle with, I put them in the chopper, and it has been working for me. So you just break them in half or whatever, and you can just do a couple pulls if you want it lightly chopped, but it's been great. I saw it on the Amish. All right, we're about to take those out. I don't know if they've browned yet, but you could put them underneath a broiler. The Amish Just a Girl, I think is her channel. Oh, happy birthday, Quasia. A lot of people have August birthdays. I think yesterday was Dave's. Ooh, I hear Mr. President. And day before was Papa's. All right, so I'm going to take this out so you all can see. But again, don't stress yourself out if you don't know what to cook. Use Chat GPT. This is a new one for me. I've never done it before. But like I said, I had it help me draft a letter to Marcus because I was just looking at the blank screen. I didn't know what to do. And then I was like, create an image with mushrooms stuffed with meatballs, topped with cheese and basil in a dish with marinara sauce. And it was like thinking. And that's what it gave us. Aaron Laura says, is that the Amish lady who stares into your soul? Yeah, Just a Girl. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. She has a channel on everywhere. I can't remember her name. Lovina. Is it Lovina or Lovina? Something like that. But she does cooking, and I saw her chopping up something, I think onions, and the onions won't make you cry. That's the best part about it. All right, so let's see. Woo! Okay, woo! Here I come. It is sizzling. You know, like those plates. Okay, Mr. President is here. We got a little bit of brown on there, not too much, but it's sizzling. Y'all, I gotta go. I gotta make real food for Mr. President. All right, I'll post what I'm making for him later. We're gonna do some fried fish. Thanks everybody for being here. I'll see you tomorrow with Lucy. All right, bye everybody.